Transmit a third alarm for box 6066. Third alarm, box 6066. Okay.
Third alarm transmit between box 6066. The address 150-17 Liberty Avenue. 150 Street to Stockton Street. Fire and commercial. Third alarm transmit between box 6066. The address 150-17 Liberty Avenue. 150 Street to Stockton Street. Fire and commercial.
1-3 to Queens. Do you have ladder 144 coming into the box?
10-4. Now they're going to the staging area, kid.
Them on Liberty coming in from the east off of 151 or Tuckerton Avenue. They got to protect one of the spots over here. The exposure port side.
10-4. Ladder 144. See.
144.
Liberty coming in off, coming out to Liberty off of 151. You're going to be protecting one of the exposures.
Off Liberty 151. 10-4.
101 and rest faster in
They're going to have to come east on Liberty off of Tuckerton Street.
Queens engine 274.
274.
Engine 274 designated the hazmat tech unit.
10-4 on the way.
10-4 Queens engine 238.
238.
238 transporter form unit 238, correct?
10-4 en route.
10-4.
On 2-2 Alpha, Queens, okay.
Cross 2 Alpha, okay.
2-2 Alpha, respond to your third alarm.
10-4, what's up?
6066. At this time, we have heavy fire in a one-story commercial building with extension to exposure 3. We have 5 lines in operation and 3 tower lines in operation. Trucks opening up to exposure looking for extension. We're going to remain doubtful at this time.
All right, Biota car 11, transmit a fourth alarm. We got 6 line stretch in operation, 3 tower ladders set up in operation, and heavy volume of fire throughout. And if you can have the foam tenders enter from the east side of Liberty.
That's 4 fuel com.
Come to Queens.
Fuel com, okay.
And when the foam tenders gets in 84, if you can have the officer or one of the radios in the unit there switch to channel 5.
That's 4 fuel com. Fourth one transmitted Queens box 6066. The address 150-17 Liberty Avenue. 150 Street to Tuckerton Street, fire and commercial. Fourth one transmitted Queens box 6066. The address 150-17 Liberty Avenue. 150 Street to Tuckerton Street, fire and commercial.
Foam tenders come down south on Tuckerson towards Liberty. And so it'll be Tuckerson and Liberty for foam units. Additional tower ladders being set up for foam operations. Got 5 hand lines in operation, 1 blitz fire nozzle, and fire remains out. Car 4, acting chief of the department of Zero reports 5 line stretch in operation, 3 tower ladders in operation, and 1 still in the process being set up for foam operation, 1 blitz fire nozzle in operation. And at this time, primary searches are negative in 97-07 and 97-03 150 Street, as well as 95-01 150 Street. And the incident remains out there.
All right, guys, just full disclosure, this is a 4th alarm fire in an auto tire shop. It took us 1 hour to get here, just so you guys will know. I wanted to let you know that right off the bat. They got 5 lines in operation, 2 tower ladders in operation. There's 1 blitz nozzle, I believe, and they're setting up a tower ladder to do foam operations. I don't think it's in operations yet, but that's what's going on here. They had heavy fire before. We'll see what's left. They just had a report that some of it was lighting back up, so we'll see.
Separation of that front parapet continues to expand. Let's remain vigilant with the contact.
All right, they're still stretching lines. Looks like they're gonna put another line up this ladder here. And we're gonna go in the back over there. They're getting drinks at the rack already.
Battalion call forward, engine 324. 324.
Alright, I'm gonna get in here. They got smoke pushing from one of the exposures. Very black smoke, which is indicative of fire in there. So we'll see if it's spread. Alright, so they said that they still have some fire popping up here and there. We're here an hour. The smoke was nothing like this, but there it is. And we're gonna go check it out for you guys. Let me see what it looks like from this side. Looks like they got a lot of most of the fire knocked down. There's the blitz nozzle in operation. And there's heavy smoke pushing from the Liberty Auto Parts over there, but I don't know if the Liberty Auto Parts is involved from the inside. I mean, it looks like this is the office to it, and then that's part of the garage. And then the tires are all here on this side and on the back of the building. So we're gonna see what's what, and I'm gonna go poke around. They're moving the tower ladder. I think they're gonna bring in the foam units to do some spraying of foam.
Show for the 144 bucket. You got foam coming out? You have foam flowing.
Command to 164. 164, be advised that 127 is pulling out, and you will have access as soon as they clear Liberty to back in front of the fire building. You get that 164?
All right.
Further support, you point to alarm box 666 time. Car 4, active shoes, mark number report. 8 line stretch, 5 in operation. 1 foot fire nozzle in operation. 3 tower ladders. 6 tower ladders, set up the phone. Time ladder 1.
All right, the report's coming in low. I think he said 8 line stretch, 8 lines in operation.
That's 4 kills on coming out for 1.57 hours. Duration 1 hour 40 minutes.
I'm gonna go poke around. All right, I came over here. I was gonna try to get an angle in there, but there's no angle in there either. And they got a tower ladder in there operating. I think that's the foam one. But anyway, here we are. We came to see, we're looking. That one's got foam flowing right there. You'll see the foam blowing up and down and right around the center of your screen there.
142, if you're flowing, why don't you shut down operations? 299, why don't we shut down that blitz fire right now, and let's just see how we do with our foam. All right, all hose lines, other than the power ladder, 144 with the foam, please shut down, and we'll monitor conditions. 155, if you need to switch out your, 155, if you need to switch out the members in the bucket, let us know, and we can start that right now.
All right, they got the foam flowing. You see it coming out through the on the ground there, going all the way down. It just started popping up.
Shut down 142.
The fire was much more intense an hour and 20 minutes ago. So This one's spraying the foam. 144. They're inside there. My bad. I thought it was 155.
315 to chauffeur. Start water on one. Command to 144, right where you're operating, there's a pocket of fire below that. Just try to move that line a little bit further down into that roof opening and work that spot. Good job, 144. Just continue to operate and hit that hot spot. Command to 155. 155, we're going to start getting foam into your bucket. 155. 155, 10-4, you want foam. Times on 4, technician department, reports that we are now flowing foam from the tower ladder and making good progress on the fire.
Alright, they got foam in 144 and they're trying to get foam in 155. That was just over there.
308. 308. All right, we're going to be switching over to a foam operation.
All right, they're going to totally turn it over to foam operations.
308, show up at 10-4. 5-1 to command. Command, go ahead, 5-1.
Yeah, I'm going to get 303 relief. They were initial engines. You can just give me another engine to back up 317 if needed. Command to 230.
All right, I'm going to take a peekaboo around and see where I could get some better footage.
Command to 144. There's a rack of tires that's burning towards the rear. Why don't we let that roof hopefully burn away in the front? Why don't you operate your phone towards that rack of tires and see if that will give us a better vantage point into the fire building once that roof shielding burns away a little bit.
Okay guys, so I came up here, I got a little angle for you guys. I'm gonna give you an explanation of what I see. I see a whole bunch of cars, junk cars in there. On that side, and then that's the fire building, which consists of tires, so they had a lot of tires in there. Not so many here, but most of the tires there. And thank goodness it didn't spread to that building. They kept it at bay with all the lines they got stretched and operating, 8 of them. If you look over there, you'll see members on some of the roofs. And like we said from downstairs, 144 is using the foam ops. It took them a half an hour to get here. And they're putting out pockets of fire. So they're suiting up 155 down here to spray foam too right in front of the fire building. They still have active fire right there where the smoke is pushing.
All units, the rack is on 150 and Liberty. Rack is on 150 and Liberty.
Where the rack at? 150 and Liberty. They have members spraying from multiple roofs. So You'll see the foam is flowing down the street. Usually they try to prevent it from going into the draining system, the sewers and stuff like that, but that's going to be impossible. And I came up here for a few minutes. I'm not going to stay up here long. They're putting up tower ladder 164. I don't know if they changed the plans, if that's the one that's going to have the foam. There's your command post. And here's your EMS command post.
Engine 308 to command. Command, can you tell us which company has 294's foam rigs?
Alright, I'm going to go down and film the rest from down there. There's not too much to see. I'm not going to continue filming the same thing. It looks like that whole entire ceiling collapsed there, right there, and some of the parapet walls have collapsed as well. So I don't want to stay up here for no longer than I have to, and you know, I just came up to give you guys a perspective of what's going on here. By now you guys must have seen what this looked like upon arrival. And they're keeping it from spreading. They're spraying foam on there as well. It looks like 155 is suited up and they're going to get ready to spray. And it still looks like they got a heavy pocket of fire in there, although you can't see it, but these old 100-year-old buildings with all the wood, the floor, the ceilings, I tell you guys that all the time. I mean, they might pop up from there. And you see the heavy black smoke starting to intensify. Units go all the way down that way and all the way down that way. All right, I'm gonna go down.
Alright, command to 298. 298, you can take up your line. Let me know if you need any assistance, and if you can get your apparatus out of here, you can go on R&R and go 10-8 when appropriate. 298, 10-4.
All right, he's starting to release units. Let me get down there.
298 to 303, show, please. Okay. You shut that line down. Time, car 4, acting chief of department Esposito reports 1 tower ladder in operation with foam. The second tower ladder being set up for foam. Companies are still extinguishing stubborn pockets of fire in the cock loft, making good progress. Going to place the incident probably will hold. Transmit a full fifth alarm for relief purposes and have the units report to staging, please.
All right, for relief.
Report. 1914 hours, duration of your incident, 2 hours.
For relief, they're gonna do. There's the fire. For relief, they're gonna do a whole full fifth alarm. The fire just reared its ugly head right there.
Transmitting Queens Block 6066. Address 150-17 Liberty Avenue. 150 Street, Tuckerton Street, Fdny Commercial. Fifth alarm transmitting Queens Block 6066. The address 150-17 Liberty Avenue. 150 Street, Tuckerton Street, Fdny Commercial.
All right, let me see if I can go get some fire down there. I just came up and gave you guys the particulars. All right, guys, so I came back down and you heard the transmitted the whole full fifth alarm.
That front is really rolling. Do you want us to go over there? What is the information from your hands at this point?
There's the fire rearing its head again.
We're going to see what we will definitely are going to knock it down a little bit. All right, why don't you give it a couple of minutes and we'll see what sort of progress you're making. That's what.
All right. It keeps popping up.
Italian 3. Italian 3. Italian 3, I want you to relieve the Italian 5-2, up on excursion 2.
Oh, it smells really bad now. This is what it was before we got here. So it paid to drive the whole hour. I'm just not gonna say anything, just watch it.
Alright, 144, can you start hitting that fire, please? Get on board.
He's gonna spray a whole bunch of foam all over the place. There goes the foam all over everybody over there.
155 to phone supply.
He knocked it down, but that fire is deeply seated in that cockloft area. Until they get it all out, it's not going anywhere. And I guess 155 will be spraying shortly.
155 to 299. 299. Now, whenever you guys are ready, we're good.
Alright, they might start spraying. And if you look in this crack right here, that whole side is leaning over. Some of that already collapsed in the back.
155. 155, you can bring your bucket down. We're at 164.
Alright, so they're going to bring 155 down and they're going to supply 164.
164. 155 update, are you ready for water? 155 bucket, 10-4. Alright, command to 164. You guys can put yourself up, but let's not start flowing water. We're going to see how we do with the foam, alright? Alright, command to 155. When you have foam, you can start flowing foam.
Alright, so now they got 155 spraying foam back again. So we'll see how it all makes out.
You're not choking. That was rough.
Some of the fire might drop into the store and start some more flames. So we'll see.
314 Silver. Ready for the phone?
I definitely don't want to get the feet wet with that foam. I'm not going nowhere near that.
144 bucket. Battalion 5-2 to 144 bucket. 144 bucket. You see where I'm pointing? There's a hot spot back there in the tire. Yard, just a pile of tires. Alpha. 314 Silver to 299 Silver. Here comes your phone.
Alright. And foam operations are very rare to see
42 to 42 Alpha.
in the city. I mean, they don't use it often, but when they do, it's because they really
144, see my right?
can't get the fire out. Alright, he knocked down that pocket of fire. And they're starting to pick up lines, so they're going to start releasing a lot of units. It's currently fifth alarm. The units coming in for the fifth alarm are going to be for relief purposes only.
144 bucket. Just hold it steady right where my light is. Right there, right. 155 buckets at 308. 308. on our line. 308 double parking. They can fuck our line down. We're flying 164 right now. Command to 155 officer. 155 officer. Can you come to the command post? That's all.
I keep getting confused whether they're gonna have foam on 155. Do they have foam? I can't make it out, but they're supplying here 164 with foam. Acting Chief of the Department, Chief Esposito, which it seems more than likely he's gonna become Chief of the Department very, very soon, very shortly. I know him for a long time, a very good man and a great firefighter. Oh, here you see the lines coming down, the ones that they were spraying with the on the deli and grocery store. I don't know where Skylar Fire took off to, but he's got to be around here somewhere. We got a lot of city officials coming in. This young lady here has a city official badge. The drone is there.
Shut our line down.
There's my friend Nicholas Strong, great photographer, fireground photographer. The stench, I don't even know how to explain it to you guys. I'm actually a little bit nauseous.
Command to 308. 308. Yourself and 305. You have one line on exposure, please. What's your location at this time? We're all back over here in the front of the building by the command room. Alright, what's the status of your line?
Check this out. That's all gonna have to be washed down and decontaminated for sure.
There was a line over 298 there that got shut down. Alright, what was that? Your line's been shut down?
Still heavy and gray, dark gray, and some black smoke pushing
53 to 144 bucket.
from the corner there.
144 bucket. Yeah, can you focus on the building, not the pile act? And maybe if you can try and drop right down that 3-4 corner where that heavy shitty smoke is pushing. Right there, thank you. Yeah, just focus on the building.
I'm gonna go do a little bit more
155 to 299 show.
poking.
One 155 to 299. 299. 155. We're going to reposition the bucket. Let me get touch my chauffeur. Command, if you don't know chauffeur. From command.
I gotta get away from that. That stench is unbelievable.
299 chauffeur.
Here's your EMS command post over here.
415. Did you get an assignment? Negative. 10-4. You guys will be under me over here.
You see the back of the building, all that heavy black smoke? They got pockets of fire back there as well.
Command section 311. Roger, 311. If you're going to operate backing up 230 engine in front of the auto parts exposure 2, you're going to be operating under the 5-1 battalion 311.
They got heavy smoke pushing from the front of the store. So I'm gonna go see if I could get a little spot over there. take a peek of what some of the stuff that's going on here right now. They're packing up some of the hose. Very jumpy, the camera. All right, let me go and take a peek at what's going on over here. Like I said, I'm not gonna get any of that foam on me, but look at what's happening on the inside of the store. Let me see what they're gonna do with 155. They're lowering it. I don't know if they're gonna take it out of service or they're just... They might have it spray in there because of the heavy volume of smoke that's pushing out of there. Very dark in nature, normally indicative of fire. There's some foam being sprayed down there. Now they're gonna bring it all the way down, it looks like, and they might spray.
942 to 42 Alpha. 42 Alpha. Meet me on exposure 4. 10-4.
Tire! Go! Tire!
Let's see if he moves the tower over a little bit. From the looks of that smoke, they got to get some water in there or some foam. I don't even know what he's spreading right now, but very heavy smoke.
One 299 show. 299 show first. We're ready for the foam again. 10-4. 155 bucket, you guys ready for water? 155 bucket, stand by 1 second.
All right. Let me see if he moves the bucket a little bit over to the right, front and center to the front of the store. You can see the amount of foam going into there is enormous. From the other two tower ladders, it looks like it's gushing out.
Bucket, we're ready for water. 299 chopper, you go get water.
It looks like he's gonna spray from there. Let's see what kind of maneuver they're gonna do. Trying to knock down fire inside the store. A lot of dark smoke coming from the other side now. All right, I'm gonna go around the other side, see what all that smoke is all about. A lot of hose.
That line you guys are flowing, is that a water line or a foam line? It's a water line. Alright, 10-4. When 155 comes back up, maybe we'll cut that off so we can get as much of the foam without diluting. Set?
Stockholm Street at UDMS.
144, 144 bucket. Can you shut down our line to the bucket? 324, that's all. 42 to 155. 155. You guys are going to put the bucket up in a minute, right? Yeah, I believe so. 1 second. All reversal operation.
I think that this line here, they might have to wash that foam off of it. I don't know.
We'll try to put as much gallons into this thing as we can.
I'm gonna go again, like I said, to the other side. Hold on.
Call 2 additional battalion chiefs, report to the command post, please. 10-4, still come.
They want 2 battalion chiefs, so they still got a lot of problems here with this fire. The smoke keeps coming up and down, up and down.
was 2 additional chiefs of the battalion 6 and battalion 17.
All right, he's got the 2 battalion chiefs. I heard that the newly appointed fire commissioner just arrived. He's in there somewhere.
Reporting readings at that address.
And the fire is picking up in the back again. I could tell from here. Okay. So the fire's picking up from back there, from the other side.
We're going to shut down the foam operations momentarily. Command to 164. Once the foam shut down, we're going to see what sort of vantage point you can get flowing water. If you can get more also and try to penetrate.
There's the fire commissioner right in front of you with the gray suit, the shorter person. And there's that area.
Shut down the light. 4-2 command. Tactical.
Oh, I know. It took me almost an hour to get He's flying into
4-2 command. Unit call command. 942 command. So we're going to be flowing water only for a little while. Is that what we said? Yeah, if your line on the roof has any vantage point, you can certainly flow water again. Alright, 10-4. Yeah, I would say the remainder of the fire right now is all located on the first floor. Looks like everything on this upper floor is all burned out. So we'll try to get a little bit of a hit in some of these windows here on exposure floor.
So they say that the fire is now dropped to the first floor.
4-3, 4-2, I'm sorry. Can you go towards the exposure 3? The roof that you're on and get a look towards the rear. With the drone, it looks like there might be a little bit of fire still showing on the first floor in the rear. Yeah, that's what I'm getting visually now as well. We have a couple of options here in the rear. We'll try to hit it with the line we do have. All right, 10-4.
Dave, I see you.
Command to Battalion 3. Battalion 3, if your hand line on the roof has any access or vantage point, fire in the rear, if you can hit that. 9-3, 10-4. And be advised, the wall in the rear of the fire building is, looks like it's going to come down at some point. Alright, command to all units, just be advised, the exposure 1 wall and the exposure 3 wall are severely compromised. Let's make sure we're maintaining a collapse zone, exposure 1 and exposure 3 sides. 164, bucket, ready for water. 164, this is 308 chauffeur. 308 chauffeur. I'll send you the water now.
I'm gonna go around and see what's what back there. Just want to demonstrate the amount of foam that's come onto the road here from the building, and I'm gonna go poke around. However, I'm not gonna be able to walk through or on any of this. It looks like a fresh blanket of snow. Let's see how far it goes.
Right, 144 to command. Command, go ahead, 144.
And this foam 294, by the way.
Still foam or water? We're going to hold you at your vantage point right now. We're going to see if we can make some progress with the water. We're going to hold off with the foam for a short time here. Simple.
All right. It looks better from back here, but there's still little pockets in there.
Alright, command to 144. We're going to have them shut down the concentrate, and once they do that, you can flow water through your nozzle. 444, 10-4.
I'm going to go in the back over there and see if there's anything to see. Look at this car here.
That ball, let's switch out the switch now.
Say it ain't snow. That's just a little yoke.
142 bucket. Val, you got anything you can hit up there or no?
All right, let me go over there. I'll be back.
We're gonna do our
I
best,
forgot
but
to
in the
showcase
end,
the super
our
pumper.
best
They
option
call
might
that
be to try
special
to put
call
as much water as we
Super
can
Pumper 1.
into the second floor and the open roof. We do have a pocket.
They didn't put it in
trying to
operation,
get something on,
but there it
we're
is.
continuing to do that. But I'll monitor these that way. We do have the foam nozzle on at the mouth.
Showing you guys all the foam units
If we're gonna try to take this apart,
and their
we're
engines.
water at this point. We're gonna try to get as many gallons as we can. So if you guys aren't currently set up to flow foam, you just want to flow with the foam nozzle. We'll just try to put as many gallons as we can into the top, into the second floor, right?
These two, I think this one's operating, but I'm not sure if that one's operating.
That was the
247
4th all right? Yeah, if you guys can just flow straight water 155, we'll try to put as much as we can to the top.
and 260.
144, same message. We'll flow straight water. We'll try to just drown this thing, okay? Ladder 144, 10-4 bucket, ready for water. 144, that's 324, keep supplies water.
All right, guys.
155 bucket, 299, you can start water again.
So I went all the way around
299, here comes your water.
to see if there's anything to see back here. This is all sealed up.
That bucket anymore?
This is all sealed up. These are all businesses. They're closed. No access that I can see. I just came to check it out for you all.
144, if you're okay. 71, Queen.
Hold on.
71. Go ahead, 144. Fuel level's good.
All right.
164, as low as you can go and just try to get that stream to sweep those windows and try to get it as significant as an angle towards that ceiling as possible.
It looks like Hazmat might be doing some cleaning up. And it looks like they're suiting up for some type of operation. Looks like they got plastic. They might need it for the hose that you guys saw. Cameras don't like these lights on the rigs. All right. They're moving in. And they're taking material over there. We'll see. Very bad lighting. All right.
Keep sweeping those windows. If you can get a little bit of a better angle to get penetration, do whatever you can do with that bucket. That push.
Still poking around. There's no access back here either. These look like they're closed for business, but they gave the Fdny access. Nothing visible back here. Nothing back there, but you can still see the haze pushing back there. Gonna be getting out of here soon. Got an hour and a half to get back to the city. Hopefully less, because the traffic might have died down. But they did good work keeping this fire at bay. Look at this old abandoned house with "do not enter" markings. So, you know, that thing could have spread all over the place. Let me cross the street and see if there's anything to see. The Hazmat guys are bringing in the material.
942 to 164. Battalion 42 to 164.
The marshals are here. Yeah, look at all the smoke still.
A small 18 by 18 inch window on the exposure port side. I can see you guys kicking around a bunch of embers. He's definitely having an impact. Maybe if you guys could take it straight on while still avoiding the collapse zone, you might be able to get all the way to the back of the building. But you're definitely getting at least halfway.
Let's see what Hazmat is bringing those.
Battalion 3 to engine 297.
Let's see, there's a little bit of smoke pushing again from the original building we came in.
150 Street, and we went and used 151 stick to get access to the roof.
So they still have decent fire conditions, folks. Check it out.
Alright, command to all units. Engine 304 is going to set up a inch and 3/4. Anybody that has foam on their pants and boots, 304 engine is going to set up a hand mine adjacent to Palo Alto 164 to decon your boots. All units, 304 is going to have a hand mine adjacent to 164 to decon your boots.
They're gonna go decon the boots. That looks like what a Hazmat was bringing in.
When I find it out, that's 471.
Battalion 42. Okay, go ahead, 42. Lines that are flowing into the opening of the second floor. They've pretty much done all that they can do. We're going to reposition the line that's on the exposure 4 roof to try to hit that small 18 by 18 window we've got on exposure 4 on the first floor. I'd say 164 is definitely the most effective line right now. Is it possible maybe 155 could match that approach, or they might have a problem with their cab? Yeah, you know what? We're re-transitioning back to water from the bridge fire. So we're going to get our blitz fire going here with water again shortly. And hopefully they can get some nice penetration towards the rear front windows. All right, that's fine.
All right, so here's the line from the engine that they're going to use to decontaminate whoever has to have their boots decontaminated. So when somebody comes up, I'll do a little film from engine 309, I believe. Okay, this is about 20 minutes later from my little walk around. I came back to the gas station in the front there to show you that tremendous progress is being made, even though it's been a very long process, and all the different maneuvers to contain this fire. They're doing a good job. I haven't got a progress report at all since I first got here. There's the fire commissioner there. He's checking out the drone stuff. drone operations. And so he's only on the job, I think, a week or two. So he's getting his feet wet. There he goes. He's going up with his security men. And also, so, you know, foam, water, tires, all those cars in there. I don't know if a lot of them caught fire or not. Just a whole bunch of stuff. Chemicals, liquids of all kinds, you know. So it's a tire shop, and tires, cars and trucks, and all the crushed up and crashed up cars looks like an auto repair, car collision area. And then you got this New York City auto recycling. So I guess that's all intertwined, but in the middle they have the deli grocery store, and on the other side they had the other, let me see what that one was called, the other something auto, or the other auto parts, yes, where they still have smoke pushing, but very, very light now, light haze. There's Skylar Fire. He finally showed up somewhere. All right, we're gonna wind this down. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get some grub. Didn't get any grub. They're gonna do a big news thing, but I don't know if I'm staying for that. Had a long drive. Still a good, decent haze back there. That's where the main little pockets of fire still is. I'm gonna come back with a closing statement. All right, we're gonna continue to monitor it. I want you guys to see all the lines. There's 2 tower ladders. The blitz nozzle still going. 3 tower ladders, my bad. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The blitz nozzle. They removed all the lines from the buildings and exposures.
I want to say why. I don't even know who.
All the chiefs are there, schmoozing it out, and some more chiefs at the command post. And we're gonna be taking up very shortly. You gotta feed the gut. Alright guys, I'm gonna close up the video. Conditions remain the same. The smoke starts picking up, then it drops, picking up, then it drops, picking up, then it drops. All the chiefs just had their powwow. We're gonna be taking up from here shortly, unless they're gonna do a presser in the next few minutes. Otherwise, we're gonna be taking up. I think I said that 3 times. I apologize for saying that so much.
Okay, everybody ready? Start by introducing yourself.
Good evening, I'm John Esposito, E-S-P-O-S-I-T-O. I'm the acting chief of the department. About 5:15 this afternoon, we received a call for a building fire at 150-17 Liberty Avenue. Our units arrived in 3 minutes to find heavy fire in the rear of the building behind us. It's a 2-story ordinary construction building that's used as a tire shop adjacent to a scrap yard. We had a heavy fire condition in the rear extending into the building. Our units attempted to make entry up to the 2nd floor, and the condition of the building, the severity of the fire caused us to withdraw and attack, go to a defensive operation, protect fire from entering the adjacent buildings, and try to extinguish the fire. It's a very dangerous operation. You can see that part of the building behind us has collapsed. The wall on the right side and the roof are gone and have fallen. It's very dangerous for our firefighters. While we were conducting the operation with water, we were required, due to the combustible and flammable liquids inside, to switch over to use foam to help extinguish that fire. And we're going to continue to put water on the fire. It's still a deep-seated fire. Be here through the night. We've had one minor injury to a firefighter, and at this time, most of the fire's been extinguished. But like I said, we'll be here through the night.
Did you have the tire shop open?
I'm sorry?
Is the tire shop open?
Yes, the tire shop was open. We made contact immediately upon arrival with the employees. They told us they had nobody, everybody was accounted for, everybody was out, and that they had no injuries. So we were in touch with the employees.
The fire was contained or other businesses were affected?
I'm sorry?
The fire was contained to one business or other businesses were affected?
The fire was contained to the one building. We did have smoke damage in the adjacent building, the building to the left, but we did not have any fire in that building. That building is interconnected, but our firefighters, with their great operation, prevented the spread into that adjacent building, which you can see is much larger, and if the fire had gotten in there, it would have been a much different operation.
Chief, we heard some other neighbors mention that there had been another fire here before. Do you know anything about that, or the previous fires?
I don't at this time. The cause of this fire is under investigation by our fire marshals, and if that's part of it, they'll look into that as well.
Chief, can you talk about the smoke and the difficulty in fighting a fire when it's tires that are on fire?
So the tires are very difficult to extinguish. As they start to melt, the liquid that they create then starts to burn, and that necessitates us to use the foam to extinguish what is now like a burning liquid fire. And the number of tires that they had stacked up was considerable. So without the foam, we don't think we would have been able to extinguish this fire and stop all that smoke that we could see from miles away.
Is smoke dangerous to the guys working in there?
Absolutely. The smoke is toxic, and trying to prevent the spread of that smoke is one of our jobs.
Everybody else all right? Thanks, Chief. Okay, thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, there you have the presser by Chief Esposito, acting chief of the department, and like I said earlier, probably going to be chief of the department very soon. The fire is still going, even though small haze and stuff. You can still see the smoke pushing. They're putting water on it from back there, and they got to continue doing some work. So with that said, from somewhere very far into Queens, which took us an hour and 20 minutes, 2 and 2, we're going to see you all on the other side.